don't know how I go live. How do I go live? I'm live. Yay, I made it. I did it. I was sweating for a minute, I'm not going to lie. It's Friday Feedback Club. What do we do at the Friday Feedback Club? Well, we listen to your songs in progress and we give feedback. We've got Hans, our lovely Hans, who's here with us right now. Okay, Hans has asked feedback. If the story is clear, so what do you get as a listener from the story? Is it clear enough? Does the song structure feel strange? Because it's intro, verse 1, verse 2, chorus, but not really. Interesting. Bridge, verse 3. Okay, next question. Is the BPM, is the tempo too fast or too slow?
The car is loaded, I'm leaving here. The car is loaded with all my fears, but I can't stand the way you look at me. 'Cause in your mind I wasn't strong. The rearview mirror, the last glimpse of you, the rearview mirror, so much healing to do. I can't stand in the way of your happiness, please. 'Cause you decided goodbye so long. But I'll be back with a better version of myself. I'll drive into your field of dreams, and nothing holds me back, just my own fears. But for now it's only tears. Fear is not being able to make you happy now, and maybe that will stay true. But I'll try harder and forever. That's the best thing I can do. The car is loaded, I'm leaving here. Car is loaded, facing all my fears, looking forward to how you look at me. 'Cause these fears my mind will overcome.
Yes. Beautiful, beautiful piece. Hans, absolutely adore your writing, and it's wonderful to continue to hear it after the Academy that we just finished a couple of months ago. So the first thing was, is the story clear? Yes. Eventually for me, yes. I was a bit tripped up on the car is loaded. I'm leaving here. The car is loaded with all my fears, but I can't stand the way you look at me. I think it's the but part. So I think get rid of the but, because it's not a but, because a but suggests a turnaround. The car is loaded, but I'm going to miss you. The car is loaded and I'm leaving, but I really don't want to. Right. So I would, because that's in your first verse, it's really, really important. I love the car is loaded. The car is loaded, I'm leaving here. I think that's beautiful. And your voice is like velvet coffee. Like your voice is so good. And just take away that but. Maybe just, I can't stand the way you look at me. You know, the car's loaded. I can't stand the way you look at me. Because in your mind, I wasn't strong. You know, like I know how you feel about me and I can't stand it. So the car's loaded and I'm leaving. So I'd say that. Loved going straight into verse 2. continuing the narrative. It was more or less repetition in terms of your melody. And I think it's a really beautiful melody for a verse as well. Really enjoyed your chorus chord harmony sequence. We're going out of the key signature as well. We're using like outside chords. You're giving us some really cool harmony. And you kept going with the progression out of the key signature. And I can't decide if I really, really like it or I really, really don't like it. I loved the first half of the chorus, and then the melody got really complex because of all the harmonic changes that I was just sort of floating along. So maybe I was looking for some repetition in that chorus. I think that's what I was needing. I do think the song could use more another hook in the chorus. And this is where we're coming to arrangement, when we're coming to structure. So you give us verse one, gives verse two, then you give us that chorus. Then you go back into the guitar part of the verse, but then you give us what feels like a chorus again. And I really wasn't on board at that point. So I just wanted another one of those really nice, I just wanted another verse. I personally think, yeah, the structure felt a tiny bit disjointed in terms of flow for me. BPM, I think was perfect. I really enjoyed the BPM. I still felt like I got a lot of the emotion of how the man feels in the story from this too. There was a sadness underneath it. There was a sadness, but there was also a kind of sense of acceptance at the same time. And I feel like that's in your lyrics as well, because you're like, but I will be back, better version of myself. I'll be coming to you. Nothing holds me back. I'm going to own my fears. There's almost a hope inside that. So I think this BPM works for both of those reasons. Yeah, I'd look at that structure and I don't know, I'm a sucker for a good chorus, Hans. And I know that you've got belter choruses because I've heard a few. So okay, let's see what people are saying. You've got lots of people saying beautiful things here. Mara Jane, you have a beautiful voice like Leonard Cohen. Kenzie Mac Music, Hans, your voice is gorgeous, giving me Johnny Cash vibes, but softer, lovely like so. Oh, you get so much love for this voice. You got a wonderful, wonderful voice. Lois is saying beautiful, beautiful voice. Okay, Kenzie Mac Music says the second verse comes in a little crowded lyrically, perhaps. And Jolly says, I love this, the guitar and the voice, and I love what it's about. One thing I noticed was mostly the words were slow, but in a few lines, the words got all hurried up, and I wanted to hear them all clearly. There was something that felt like it was a bit rushed. So then what I would do there is just look at your melody map. So every verse will have a map of where each syllable is falling in the melody. So each of those syllables will have a note, right? Each syllable will have a note. Is that mapping onto the second verse? It doesn't need to be 100% exact, but it has to at least mainly map and check the bits that are, you're having to add a lot more syllables in there, because I think that's what people are mentioning. I do remember that. And Jelly also says, I wanted to hear emphasis on, but I will be back with a better version of me. That's a great piece of feedback. That would be really cool. Ragbag of contradictions. I'd agree with the comments about some slightly overcrowded lyric lines. Just need a wee bit of pruning. Otherwise, I really enjoyed it. Ragbag of contradictions has said it doesn't need to get any slower, by the way. The BPM sounds really good. So, Hans, I hope you got something from that to move forward with. Maybe like a little bit of pruning with the lyrics, the syllables, and then maybe a little tiny look at that song map, again, structure, song structure map. It's got really, really bright in this room. It's that time of the day. It's the time of the day the sun says, Rosie, stop working. Send me your songs, submit your songs, and we could be playing you in the Friday Feedback Club. See you all next week, if not before. Cheerio. Bye.